don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team and we riding.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. See Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals taking on Gardner Minshew and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Here's the Jaguars offense for the first time with Gardner Minshew, a Washington State product, leading the way.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Minshew with a give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Out of the gun is Minshew. To the left side here for Eifert. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32.
Good catch there by Tyler Eifert. And Jacksonville, who needed help at the tight end position, signed him to do exactly that. Spent his first 7 years in Cincinnati, a terrific red zone threat.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So here are the Bengals now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back back in April. From LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely. And he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
And it's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
Down at the 20-yard line.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 20 carries, 134 yards.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 36-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play the best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Minshew to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The numbers for Eifert in that game last week: 6 catches, 71 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. On the slant, this is Chark. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Minshew on target here to Chark, and he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Nice play by DJ Chark there, and he's a great example of how a guy can improve from his rookie year to season 2. Quiet as a rookie, 1,000-yard season last year, ended up becoming a Pro Bowl selection for the Jaguars.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Thompson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Chris Conley, the intended receiver. Third down here.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Minshew throwing on third down. And that'll bring up fourth down as his Cincy defense stands up on third.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Jaguars 3, Bengals 0.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice job there by Tyler Boyd, finishing off the connection on the throw. Over 1,000 yards receiving each of the last 2 seasons, with 90 catches in 2019. Was thought to be a complimentary receiver, but with A.J. Green out much of the time, he became a reliable and consistent target.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
Nice catch there by A.J. Green, and at the beginning of his career, a perennial Pro Bowl receiver. Been dinged up a little bit the last 2 years, but now you get...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
For Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? is almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired, and if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Here's Minshew. And they drop it for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call.
Roughing the passer defense.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Carry for Jacksonville.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Atkins on the stop. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
A gain of 32 that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 36. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check, 47. Let's go.
Now Burrow. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
7, Jaguars 3.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Burrow looking to pass. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
For Jacksonville.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Minshew. And his throw is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a
That
yard.
last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Thompson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, it's Thompson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 35-yard line.
Fournette running out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Again, the ball carrier.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To Thompson on the screen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. He'll be back at the 36.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all, because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
A 53-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through.
Is good.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
Bengals 10. Jaguars 6.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Check, 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 check.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now, pass there, complete to Westbrook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Westbrook.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Now, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. They'll run with Thompson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
By number 34.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Bengals 10, Jaguars 9.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And Delaney Walker now getting set to go again. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
Kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow now off the bootleg. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
C.J. Henderson.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Set it. 6 the Eagle.
They go play action with Burrow. That's complete to John Ross. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
Football's such a game of tendencies, down and distance, and on 3rd and inches, 3rd and 1, you're thinking, man, the fullback's probably going to get the ball. But when you get to 3rd and 2, most of the time that's either the running back or a pass play. So that's a nice tendency breaker by the offensive team there. Hand it to their big guy to pick up a first down.
Airing one out for Boyd. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Play action. It's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jared Wilson. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Jacksonville.
That's a tough blow there offensively. Had a decent drive going. You've got the lead, and now things completely flip on you.
Yeah, because they've been dominating on both sides of the ball. But after that mistake there, It's got to be tough for them to look up and realize we're trailing in this ball game. I thought we had complete control.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And that'll make this a 6-point game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
It's 2nd and
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
1st down. Here's Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Boyd.
Burrow's pass.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Gain of 10.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his man here. It's Green. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And they go play action now. Burrow. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
More yards.
25 yards that time.
First down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bengals draw even, and of course they can take the lead if they hit the extra point. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew, and that one will fall incomplete.
For DJ Chark.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And 4 yards to go.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he will have a Jaguars first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. It'll be Minshew again. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2.
Bengals 17.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off near the 34. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on on this first half of action. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And this one already a 2-touchdown game as they've just gone to halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Eric Ebron, a touchdown reception. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Dak Prescott has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you, and it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun to give to Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And he locates Walker complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. It was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone, possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Minshew going to lead up the Jaguars 1st and 10 right at the 30. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16. Yards, a 1st down.
And sometimes change can be good, and Chris Conley with a nice catch there is showing us exactly how. First 4 seasons in Kansas City, kind of buried on the depth chart there. First year in Jacksonville last year, career highs in yardage with 775, and added 5 touchdowns to that list as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw it. Minshew throwing middle, but it's incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. To the left side here for Eifert. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well. Now Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air it. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Again, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Aaron Lynch picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Green's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
20, Jaguars 19.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A pass complete here to Conley. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run with Fournette. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
On the play.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
34 on the carry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 44-yard line.
They go with Thompson again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The end result, 21 yards. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
Not much there, only a yard.
And 9. At the 24-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Minshew to Thompson on the screen. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Makes the score Jaguars 22, Bengals 20.
So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He is hoping to find the end zone for a third time, and we sit now in the third quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Check. 91.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Third quarter of a 2-point game. A good one so far. Here's 2nd and 10.
Check, 47.
They'll run with Mixon. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
47's the mic.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. On the slant, complete to Green. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
23-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
To throw, Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Bengals on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 15. Slant pass to Boyd. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
23, Jaguars 22.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Minshew, 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun is Minshew. The open man is Westbrook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
Leonard Fournette, the ball carrier. Tackle made.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football.
Complete.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And Eifert has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. It'll be Minshew again. Caught, Eifert over the middle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Second down and goal. Minshew, his pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
And that's something that he does consistently. Puts quarterbacks on the ground. And Carlos Dunlap, maybe not a household name around the NFL, but everyone knows he comes to play each and every year. He hasn't had less than 7.5 sacks since 2012, had 9 in 2019.
Bengals 23.
Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed him out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
Darius Phillips on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own.
All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line.
Mixon on the toss right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Slam, slam. 44,
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, Mixon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That's another Cincinnati Bengals.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing now is Kaepernick. On the right side, caught by Green. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Kaepernick going to throw. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the past, Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Bengals are going to jump back in front. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns, also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
their own 25.
Now comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The two big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Minshew throwing complete to Westbrook. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Jags are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They give it here to Thompson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone. I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile, people raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer because they need to come up with something. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
That's good.
12 yards there and a first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Kaepernick now on first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Mixon. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a carry for Bernard. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. You've got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Joe Mixon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it all comes down here to the right foot of Randy Bullock. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this one is right through. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. Jaguars. A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Bengals, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.